What is going on, guys? It's Loaded Clips, and today we're doing a battle of the EDCs. Today I'm going to be talking about two very popular guns and going over some of the similarities and differences and which one I would recommend for everyday carry. Now, of course, this is going to be kind of an opinion related video. We are going to talk about some things that are true with these guns on a factual level. But at the end of the day, whatever you choose to carry is going to be a personal preference at the end of the day. So I don't want everyone to get too wrapped up in what I'm saying in this video. Whatever you choose to decide to carry for you is really your choice. So take it with a grain of salt and let's get right into it. Oh, and while you're here, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. So the two guns that we're going to be talking about today is the Glock 43X. Very popular, very common EDC choice for a lot of people. And then we have the new kid on the block, the Canik METE MC9 right here. And the reason I'm comparing these two guns is I recently had someone come to me asking my opinion on which one of these they should go with, and honestly I never really thought to pit these two against each other. But when you think about it, it just kind of makes sense, right? They both kind of serve the same purpose. They're both 9mm handguns, both tailored to be carried with you on an everyday basis. They're subcompact guns. So naturally, they're gonna kind of come up in the same conversation if you're shopping for an EDC. So let's talk about some of the features of each gun and the differences and what I would probably recommend. So let's start with the Glock. This is the Glock 43X, like I said. Comes with a 10-round magazine, and there's not really a whole lot to say about it. I mean, it's a Glock. It's not sexy. It's not super feature rich. You know, it's a Glock. It shoots, it works, and it's just known to be reliable. And that's really all there is to it. This is a Gen 5 version, so it has the front slide serrations here to kind of help you manipulate that slide in different ways. Does not have an ambidextrous slide release. You can flip the magazine release to the other side if you are a left-handed shooter and you want to do that, but you cannot do that with the slide release. You're kind of out of luck there. Iron sights are just, you know, what you'd expect from Glock iron sights. Nothing special. No night sights or anything like that. And this is the 43X, not the standard 43, so it does have the longer grip. So myself, I have pretty big hands, so I actually can get a full grip on the gun when I'm grabbing it. So that is what's attractive to a lot of people. The X version does have the longer grip. Now, like most Glocks, the trigger is really not great at all. You know, you're gonna have kind of a squishy, spongy, it's just not good. Like, it's not a good trigger, but that's okay because it's an EDC and you're not necessarily looking for the best trigger in an EDC. You're looking for an overall package that just functions properly, and most people will probably, if they need to use it, will be in an encounter where they're close enough to where the trigger pull probably won't matter as much. So that's pretty much it on the Glock. Like I said, not really a whole lot, but let's move on to the Canik. So here I have the MC9 from Canik. In terms of size, it's about the same size as the 43X. There may be some slight differences there. Now this one comes with a 12-round magazine, which is the one that's in here right now. And it also comes with a 15-round magazine. Actually, I have it right here. 15-round magazine that has the grip extension. So if you have larger hands, this grip extension can help you out, get a good firm grip on it. Or if you just prefer the more compact look, you can just go with the 12-round and get it flush with the magwell right there. Aside from that, we do have an ambidextrous slide release here. So lock the slide back, you can drop the slide from this side or this side, which is great if you happen to be a lefty. The magazine release as well on this one can be switched from the left side to the right side to accommodate for that. The slide is optics ready, so that is a big plus of the Canik. It does come optics ready, so you can throw a red dot right on here without having to do anything extra to the gun. Regular iron sights on here as well, no night sights. It would have been nice to have night sights on this one, but you just have your standard white dot sights. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I mean, just take what I'm saying. Now, and the one huge difference with this is the trigger in the MC9 is absolutely phenomenal, especially for a carry gun. You know, you have, I mean, all the Caniks have great triggers. You've seen me and, you know, the Caniks I own on this channel. So, you know, I like Caniks. And this trigger is no different. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it because I've done that before. But just know you're getting the same quality trigger from the Canik that you would in any of their other offerings. So, with that being said, oh, and you also get the accessory rail at the front here. You don't get that on the 43X. But with that being said, when we're looking at both of these guns, you know, you really have to take into account what you want in an EDC, what your main purpose is. Obviously, it's going to be something you're going to be carrying with you a lot. In terms of size, like I said, they're both about the same size. So it's really about what do you want in an EDC. For me personally, I know for my EDC, I want something that I have options with. You know, I want something that I can do a lot of things with. You know, maybe I'm in a situation where I might have to shoot at a little bit of a distance. You know, I might be in a situation where I need to kind of get a good grip on the gun and get some shots off quickly, something that fits in my hand nicely. I may want to put a light on it because, you know, something may happen at night and I want to be able to have the option to have a light and see better. And if you can kind of tell by what I'm saying, you can kind of get a feeling as to what I'm going to start recommending. And just me personally, if I had to choose between these two, I would go with the Canik MC9 just because it has the feature set that I want that the 43X just doesn't. Particularly with it having the accessory rail and being optics ready. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say the 43X does have an MOS version that has both of those things, but I specifically chose this one because the price difference, right? The 43X MOS version is more expensive than the regular 43X, and it's already more expensive than the MC9. So that would kind of just put it into another price tier. And, you know, for someone who wants to kind of make a good purchase, not saying you want to be cheap, but you also want to consider what you're getting for your money, right? Not saying the Glock is a bad gun by any means, because like I said, it's a Glock, they're known to be reliable, but you also just want to consider your options. So with the MC9 here, you have the accessory rail, you have the ambidextrous features, which is probably could be a big deal if you're left-handed. You have the optics ready slide. I know on my EDC, I'm gonna want to throw a red dot on there just because I want that flexibility. And you know, it's just a total package for me. And at less money than the 43X, I just find it hard to say that I'm gonna go with that one over this one. So that's the same thing. Like I said, I'm making this video because a friend of mine recently brought this up to me and helping him make a decision. So I'm giving you basically the same conclusion I came to with him, and that is just with everything that you're getting with this, it's really hard to argue against it. So honestly, I would just say if you're really looking for an EDC and both of these guns are on your list, I'm saying go with the Canik METE MC9 because you're just gonna get a better package with this gun. It's gonna be more versatile and you'll have more flexibility. But at the end of the day, like I said at the beginning, your EDC is really gonna come down to personal preference and what you feel comfortable with. So no matter what gun you have, it could be any gun in the world that no one's ever heard of. If you're comfortable with it, if you've taken it to the range, you've gotten some shots down with it, and you feel confident with it, and it works for you, then by all means carry that gun, because the most important thing is not what brand of gun you're carrying, it's how proficient you are at using it. That's all I really got to say on that. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If there's anything that you guys want to add or that I may have left out, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Once again, if you're here, I'd appreciate a like on the video and subscribing to the channel for, so you guys can keep up with future videos. And that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Appreciate you guys for watching. Be safe, be smart, be blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.